Hello again everyone, and welcome to day 12 of the Gummiapan Advent Calendar 2023. I have opened this one and I think it's actually a good job that I did, because when I first looked at this die, I thought it was a wall. And I thought, oh yes, you could make it a nice long wall like this, couldn't you? But then I thought, actually, I think it might be a fence. So, wall or fence, I decided I would use it as a fence. And I thought, what am I going to do with this fence? And I thought I would like to have somebody looking over it. Who should I have looking over it but good old Father Christmas? So I thought we'd have him looking over the fence. And I thought, who's it going to be looking at? And I thought, well, we might have Rudolph. Yes, Rudolph. So I think I'm going to need a slightly longer fence. So we'll cut out a couple of these, and it's going to obviously be that way round because the dies will be facing the other way. And I thought to myself, what would Santa be saying to Rudolph? And I thought he might be saying, I don't know, won't you guide my sleigh tonight, or words to that effect. Anyway, let's get going. And I have started to cut out some of these shapes from scraps. I've got various ones here. I've got a couple of bits of fence that can go like this. I think that will be long enough. I've got a couple of reindeer. I've just cut it out of scraps, and I've got three Santas. So those of you who are not new to my channel will know that I love doing things with dies, making them a bit more realistic perhaps. So what I'm going to do with these chaps is stack a couple as is, and then I will start cutting this one about to add extra layers to the beard probably, and the hat. Maybe the nose as well, but leave a little bit. Actually, I think those two join together, don't they? Anyway, let's just get going and see, otherwise I'll be here a long time. First thing I'm going to do, I think, to give a bit of drying time, is to colour my fence. And I think I'll do a bit of smooshing for my fence. And I just want a wooden fence, so a couple of Distress Oxide colours, walnut stain and gathered twigs. So let's just put a bit of gathered twigs onto my palette, a spritz of water. I think I'm going to put a glove on actually, because I get myself in a bit of a pickle. I'll just put one on, so see how we get on. Okay. Right, so I have my spritz of water, so we'll just pop this into the paint, when I say paint, it's ink really, isn't it? Put a bit more on, just a drop more water. So the other one as well. Let's get a bit of colour on. Bit of background colour. Okay, now we'll put on some of the walnut stain. I'm not going to spritz this one yet. I'm just going to grab a bit of the colour. Oh, need a bit more. The card is quite light, and maybe we'll put it onto another layer. Okay, I think that's probably okay. Let's have a look. Maybe just a little dab there. Okay, I think that will probably do. Maybe maybe that way round. Okay, let's just put those on one side for a moment. I think I will get another one because they're kind of floppy with the... Oh, no. No baby wipes going out the door. Right. I thought it would be rather nice if there was a little layer of snow along the top. First thing I'm going to do actually is just cut another couple to put to back these on because they seem a bit flimsy. So I will do another couple of these, just plain ones. There's one. These dies are just so detailed. They're just beautiful. I think it's the one company in the whole world where every single die I think I could use. There are some companies that I love, but, you know, I have reservations about certain items. But these ones I just think are fabulous. Let's have that back and just do a bit of gluing just to put the other layer on the top. There we go. Let's put these on top of this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Right. That feels better already. It just feels more substantial. Okay, this one on this one is starting to come adrift a bit. Right, let's get it on top. Now, as I said, I thought it might be rather nice to have a little snow along the top of the fence. You know how it just sort of gathers. It probably gathered down to that first line across there. What I'm just wondering is, I think it might look rather better too, if I just cut some more. I'm only going to cut it for the bottom. Well, I don't know. Let me just see. I'm thinking if I had an extra row along the bottom there, that would look even more authentic. So let's just see. Maybe I should have thought of that before I put the colour on, but there we go. Can't think of it all straight away, can you? Let me just cut this off. You only have to kind of push to separate these little things. Let me just put a bit of colour on it first before I cut the other bit off. But I want to put some sort of snowy sort of stuff on it anyway. Let's cut it out first. I want to have that as an extra line across there. Do you see? Let me just put a line of glue to stick it. Okay. Not sure which is the right way up. That's the one. Just hold it a moment. Oops. Put a bit more glue on, perhaps. There we go. I'll put something down on top of it to hold it, perhaps. There we go. Put a bit more of this gathered twigs. There we go. That's better. Bit of paper towel. Oops, daisy. There it is. There we go. Now, for the snow on the top, I thought I would... I wonder if I can use this one for that one. It's not the same shape exactly, but it might just do. Let's just see. If it's way out, I won't worry. Just cut the other end off. Let's see what it looks like. I think that'll do. Let me glue the back of this one this time. Put a bit more colour on. Right. It's a bit longer than the top one. There we go. Let's put a bit of colour onto that. Okay. Drop of water. There we go. There we go. Now for the top, getting ahead of myself, what I'd like to do is to cut out some cotton pad, just for the top bit there, and stick that on so that can be the kind of the snow. So let's just see how we go with this. Right. I don't know what this looked like, but we'll see. There we go. Now if I cut this off below that top line, as if the snow is just stuck on the top of the fence, as far as there, comme ça, like that. I think we'll try it. Let's just try it. I'll put some of this glue on for the cotton wool, I think. So, okay. And where's my cotton wool? There it is. There we are. I'll put a few white marks down here with a marker, a jelly roll or something later on. Let's have another bit of snow. This might look dreadful at the end, but I'm trying. Right. Let's cut the bottom bit off again, just below the line that goes across. Right. And to drop more glue. Taken the jewel off the end of there so I can put my glue upside down like I do with my shampoo bottles in the shower when they're getting low. Right. There's my fence. Right, let's just wipe this mat. There we go. Pop it out of the way for the minute. Now, there's my fence. Father Christmas, let's just join him, a couple together. Okay, back we go with this. Let's put those up there. Just do the whole of him to start with. I don't know what I'm doing the legs for. You're not going to see them, are they? I'm not bothered with those. Let's just join his top off. Okay. I need that to come out like that. There we are. Just wipe my fingers. Okay. Now I'm going to colour his suit, and I'm going to use my markers. I'm not going to do his hat yet. I'm just going to do his suit. We're not going to see most of this. Let's have the other end. You're not even going to see his hands, actually. Okay. Right. There we go. Let's have a head part. Let's go that way. There we go. I might just colour around the edge of his hat just in case any of it's seen. And I've just made a mistake there, haven't I? Let's put, I'm not quite sure which is his hat and which is his head and all the rest of it. Let's put another hat on. This one, I want the little heart bit at the end to remain white. So let's stick this on. Okay. Now I want his nose to be kind of flesh coloured. Now let's have another Santa. So I can do another beard and another hat. Well, maybe another nose as well. Let's get him out. Could do with an extra nose. Right, let me cut the top of his hat off, because that's going to show through white from there. Cut off the bottom of his hat, and we'll colour this red, all red. There we go. Right. And they're paler red. There we are. Try and keep my fingers clean. Don't want to get red splodges everywhere. Okay. Let's put some glue on this bit of his hat. There we go. Now we want this beard. I think I will leave his nose on. His nose otherwise would be recessed, and we don't want it recessed. So I will just colour this. I'd be careful with it. There we go. Now a little shading down the rest of the feather grey. Where's that? That's the one. Down the side of his beard and all the rest of it, underneath his mustachios. Look at that, I've got a tiny bit of red. Can you believe that? Let's use this one. Oh, you have to be so careful. Let me give my fingers another wipe. Goodness me. This marker just absolutely goes everywhere. Let me just get a little bit off this, as a little bit extra. There we go. Right, let's try again. Do his nose. There we go. Now, just a bit of shading. Try and keep it absolutely pristine. A bit of shading under his nose, under his moustache, in the folds here, and round. Perhaps I'll use the other end. Quite like the large end of these pens. Right, I'll just put a little blender over that just to smooth out the edges slightly. There we go. Okay, let's stick this on. And then Santa is just about ready, hopefully. There we go. There he is. Isn't he? I love him. I think he's such a sweetie. Ready to be looking over the fence. That's great. Okay, those are coming on. Now let's have a go at the reindeer. Pop these away. Right, I think we've finished with the fence for the moment. I'll just give this a little wipe. Now the reindeer. He's going to need a red nose if he's going to be Won't You Guide My Sleigh tonight, isn't he? So, just wondering about a little white on here as well. Just putting a, whoops, stay down, a bit of snow on this bit here. It's just a Jelly Roll pen. You do get just a sort of drifting, don't you, of snow on even vertical structures like this. So let me just see how we go. Okay. Okay. And this one. My mind just flitted then, didn't it? I was going to do the reindeer. Just spotted these things and I thought I just got to do something to them. Okay. There are little cut lines in this, so I'm just sort of echoing where they are with this Jelly Roll pen. The wind has been blowing from the east. Okay, there's my fence. We'll make it fit later, one way or the other. Right, now the deer. Let's just stick these two together and then we'll do a bit of colouring. And I've got to get a nose from somewhere. I only want a little circle of something at the middle of an O, or I don't know, I'll find something. I did wonder about having a little jiggedy line at the bottom as a layer of snow at the bottom of our little scene, so we'll have a look in a minute. Okay. I think we'll colour him with maybe markers, I don't know. Right, let's just wipe. Okay. I will just press down with a... There we go. Right. Now, some colour for our little Rudolph friend. I don't know whether to use pens or whether to use got some red around there that I shouldn't be able to see. There we go. Should have been a bit more careful, shouldn't I? That's better. Yeah. Okay. I can cut his legs off, can't I, really? Don't need all those. Oh, there's a bit of red at the bottom there I don't want to see. Gosh, I didn't think of that at all. That's me saying you can do what you like and go over the lines, but you can't really, can you, in that case? Right. There we are. Now, back to this chap. I think I will use some markers. Let's have Stonehenge for his antlers. I like that colour. Okay, let's give him his... tweezers. haven't put this quite aligned. It's better. Okay. Now for the rest of him. Let me just try this. Might do for some of it. These colours are really, compared to Copics or whatever, are really quite limited, but I do quite like them. I'm getting used to kind of what goes with what. There we go. Now he needs to have the white of his eyes. Dr. Phil Martin's bleed proof white. I just want to put a dot for his eye, and then when it's dry I'll be able to put a black pupil in. I think that would probably, it's silly, isn't it? All that fuss just for that, but never mind. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. When that's dry, I can add a little black dot. I was going to push it onto a little square. I don't know if it'll work, but if I have those on like that, with old Santa peeking over the top, and Rudolph kind of just on the edge like this. But I'd fancy some stone. I cut these, you see. I don't know what I've done with it. Here we are. I've got this ziggy-zaggy, and I don't know what it is or where it's come from. It's just a ziggy-zaggy line. And I thought that might look quite good as a layer at the bottom, so as if it's snow. And then this is just going to be a panel, which I'm going to raise on my card, I think. So if I cut this with the base of, should I do that? Which way does it go? It goes that way, I think. No, I think I'll just stick it on and then cut it off from the back. That's what I'm going to do. Decided. Right, let's get this fence together. I want to make sure it really does stay together. So I'm going to put some tape on the back. It's a bit of sticky tape. Just to make sure it's pulled together. And another bit. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Right. And that is going to be stuck onto there. Like that. Let me do that. Use my tape runner. before I stick it down, I've got to make sure I remember to put Santa behind it. Otherwise, he won't be able to fit in. Right. He's going to go kind of there. Okay. Put some tape over him as well. There we go. Right. Yeah. I was wondering about whether I should have done anything with this bit. I did wonder about embossing snow or something on it, but I don't know. Let's put a bit of that on. I think I just might. Let me just glue this bit that I want it on, and then I'll cut off the excess. I think that'll do. Right, I cut off this side. Okay. There's that. I'm actually going to trim that side, I think. Let's just get this out of the way. I just don't like that fence. Not quite. Do it from the bottom and then I won't mess up Santa's hat. That's better. Should do the other side. I think I will. There we go. Oh, not quite. A bit more. Okay. A bit more. There we go. That's better. Okay, we're nearly there. Oh dear, it's taken a long time. There's me thinking it was going to be a quick job. Right, we need a dot for his eye. 06, that should do. Okay. And we need a nose. We need a nose. Now, I had a Santa nose somewhere, didn't I? Did I have a spare Santa nose? Yes. There's the nose. Let's just make it red. I'll put a white dot on it for a little shine. There we are. And we'll stick it onto Rudolph. I should have my glasses on to see where this is. Where's it joined? Around the bottom. There we go. He's just got to go onto Rudolph's nose. Right. Should I leave it the right way up? Now all I need to do is to pop that onto a card front. I have one here. Let's look. I think we will have now. Oh, there's a sentiment. Let me sort out a sentiment. I will be back in 1 moment. I'm just wondering whether I need a brown surround for that. I think that might be rather nice. A little brown frame. Where am I going to put the sentiment? Let me print one out. I'll be right back. Well, I'm back really quickly. I printed out Won't You Guide My Sleigh Tonight, cut it out with a trimmer, and mounted the whole lot on just a little bit of very deep brown card. So there we go. There's old Santa waiting for Rudolph to guide his sleigh. So it was a bit of fun. I'm sorry it was so long and rambling. I am still struggling a little bit with this cough. So I'm hoping it's going to be totally gone soon. But in the meantime, you all take care, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.